Hello, and hello to all of my Scorpios. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get into it, Scorpios. Let's go. Let's see what your cards have to say. Today is the 10th of the month. This is your Motivational Monday reading. The number 10 is a number of instant manifestation. So decide what you want to instantly manifest, but don't forget to set your intentions every single day. When your eyes pop open, hey, I'm setting my intentions right then and there. Setting those intentions. Before I even get out of the bed, I'm setting my intentions. That's you. So let's get into it, Scorpios. I am talking to you if you have Scorpio anywhere in your birth chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but anywhere in your birth chart. Let's go. Here we have the Wisdom card. We also have the Coexist. We have the Goddess card, the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and also the Five of Pentacles. All right, so Scorpio, some energies really want you to coexist, right? But here's the thing, okay? You're wise enough to know, first and foremost, I need to pull my birth chart, right? So that's what you're wise enough to know, is like what sets me apart from every other Scorpio on the planet, because you could know 5 Scorpios and they nurtured, or they can be needing to be nurtured totally different ways. So Source is saying to you, before you coexist with anybody, first and foremost, you need to know what sets you apart from every other Scorpio on the planet, because Source is saying to you, you don't have to feel left out of anything. You don't have to lament over anything. Like, I feel left out of whatever kind of life you want to have. Source is saying you're right there at your vault door. You see 5 of Pentacles and 5 of Cups. This is feminine energy, right? So this is like if you want stability, security, prosperity, career success, if you want joy, if you want to be clear on your sexuality, your sensuality, your adaptability, whatever. I'm talking about sacral chakra and root chakra here. When I give you those bullet words, like those you put an asterisk next to those words. If you want whatever it is you want, you're right there at your vault door. So anything that's in your life where you have to deal with anything in your shadow self, Sources like deal with your shadow self. You don't have to sit around and lament over things. Deal with it. Take some kind of action, because this is what you're on the cusp of, financial independence. This is not just about being wealthy in terms of paper and coins wealthy. I'm talking about just feeling like, because there's a lot of people who don't make as much money as the next person, but for them, they're the wealthiest person on the planet. So it's not about paper and coins. That's part of it. That's a resource. That's energy as well. But somebody wants a very fulfilling life. And that's what Source is trying to bring you into. Very fulfilling life. But when people want you to coexist in their universe, and they don't have any rules or any structure or any discipline in their universe, and you are working on your discipline and your structure, and they just want you to coexist for whatever reason, that's not the kind of life you live in. You have some kind of structure to your life, and so that's what you want to communicate to people. Let people know up front, if you want access to my universe, this is how I do things. If you're a person that wakes up in the morning and you need 5-6 hours by yourself while you're meditating and going about your life doing your things, let people know in advance. Let people know in advance. So remember, that's what I'm saying. So I do see somebody doing some cord cutting ceremonies and moving forward, just moving on, entering into a season of abundance and prosperity in every area of your life. But somebody has to create some serious structure when it comes to their lives. Here we have the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords energy is like somebody could have been walking around with blindfolds on, like in complete and total denial about loved ones, complete denial about loved ones. And so I'm seeing, here we have the Chariot card, we have the Judgment card. I do see you breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. And those chains that you're breaking, like I said before, that's going to help somebody release any emotional wounding. Seriously, because it's those, you have some energies that hang on to you for what they can get from you, whether they can get access to spaces where if it wasn't for you, in their spirit, if it wasn't for you, you are their key in there. And you got to be careful with bringing anybody around certain relationships that you have already nurtured, right? Certain relationships that you've already built and nurtured. You can't bring everybody everywhere, right? Some people, they have that shiftiness all over them. They have that, people want to know, we recognize Scorpio. We're used to dealing with Scorpio, but who is this one over here that they bringing in here? So Source is saying to you, be mindful of all of that. Like, be mindful. Emotionally, you all can handle a lot more than any other sign. You're emotionally the smartest sign in the zodiac. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean that there's people around you that's not lurking. So those people will think that you're harshly judging them when you decide to move on, but actually you're not. You've worked too hard to like I said, judgment in your favor, but I'm saying you work too hard to, and this is also, you're being rewarded for your feelings, vibrating on a higher frequency. Like, you're not trying to vibrate on a low frequency, operating in the flesh. Things are working in your favor. And I'm saying wish fulfillment. You got to be careful of who you align yourself with. You may think, okay, well, physically somebody's attractive, or I like the fact that they're driven and they're a go-getter, but it's so much deeper than that. Like, this is where Source is saying, pay attention to their spirit. If they are throwing you out of alignment and they're irritating your demons, that may not be the best situation to get into. So we have the Three of Pentacles here. So everything is perfectly aligned for somebody. Somebody may be in the music industry, or some kind of musically inclined. We're looking at the cards here where we're talking about this, the keyboard right here. So Source is saying everything is perfectly aligned for somebody. You just got to learn how to protect your heart. Learn how to protect your joy, your heart, your joy, your sexuality, your sensuality, your adaptability, healthy relationships around those relationships that you built, with people. You worked hard to build those relationships. If you're just bringing anybody around, I don't know what to tell you. Even when people say, oh, these people look good together, if it's a toxic situation, it may be fun at first, but then after a while, I think everybody has seen those couples when they walk in spaces. It's just that tense energy. Whether it's family members that you're existing with, you can't take family every single place, everywhere you go. You can't take some. Here we have the King of Swords, we have the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. We also have the Eight of Cups and also the Four of Swords. So I'm seeing wish fulfillment both in your personal and your professional life, what I'm seeing for here. So whatever it is that you want, everything is perfectly aligned for you. Everything is perfectly aligned. I see somebody also in a leadership position in the workplace, right? And also with you starting a business. You may already have a business, Scorpio, but I'm seeing financial independence. You have to decide what financial independence looks like, because your financial independence may not look like the other person's financial independence. If they have a spending addiction, and so they may live in excess. But for you, you may be a person that says, yeah, I want the nice house, I want the nice car, whatever, but I don't want any debt whatsoever. The next person could say, hey, just give me a little condo and a car and let me make a lot of money so I can hire people and help change their lives, but I don't want any debt whatsoever. So whatever financial independence means to you, Source is saying you worked hard for it, you earned it. So start communicating that to people who want to walk through that vault door with you. That's all I'm trying to tell somebody, is like, start having those conversations with people, because everybody assumes that people were raised the same, and you're going to find out the hard way that they were not. Here we have the Four of Swords and also the King of Swords. So Source is saying to you, take the blindfolds off, start speaking up, stop overthinking certain things, start holding people in your who want access to you accountable, but stay in your light. Stay in your light, stay in your light, stay in your light. You have a light, you have a purpose, like everybody else has a purpose. You have gifts and talents. Stay in your light. Stay in your light. Let's see what else we have going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. Let's go ahead and get ready to close this out. Let's get ready to close it out. All right, we have the Justice card. We also have the Queen of Wands. We have the Queen of Coins, the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Swords, and also the Seven of Swords. So sword energy it cuts both ways. So that'd be like you feel like somebody manipulated you, but they also feel like you manipulated them. So Source is saying justice is in your favor, and also judgment is in your favor. Again, there are going to be some people who feel like you harshly judge them, and how dare you judge them after you this way, or you did that to them, and so on and so forth. Source said, get all of that out of your spirit. Matter of fact, the moon is in Aries. Aries is a fire sign, and it's a cardinal sign. So you're going to be the one to initiate. I need to toss this into a fire, and I need to release it in love, right? Because again, I see you physically walking away, from some things, but there's still two two things that's heavy on somebody's mind. Two very negative energies that are heavy on somebody's mind. The two energies don't necessarily have to be two people. It could have been something that someone has said to you, like, you're manipulative, or you're a narcissist, or you're whatever, and you may have heard that from several people. Source is saying to you, take off the blindfolds and stop overthinking something if you know that's not the truth. Whatever somebody could have said to you that was very painful, if you know it's not the truth, or if it is the truth, or whatever the case may be, Source is saying this is the time to live free. Live free unapologetically, but don't put any more energy towards that. This is your year. Wheel of Fortune. This is your year. Here we have the Queen of Wands and also the Queen of Queen of Coins, or Queen of Pentacles. Your reputation is still intact. Source wants you to continue on being happy, charismatic, and free. I'm telling you, everything is perfectly aligned. I'm telling you, both in your personal and your professional life, everything is perfectly aligned. So what somebody has to come to the realization is that, like I said before, not everybody is raised the same way. And so you could be in a leadership position at work where a person feels like, Scorpio doesn't deserve that position. I think I deserve that position. You don't know what kind of space they're holding for drama and unnecessary stuff in their universe. You only see one part of them, right? At home, they could be doing all kinds of stuff that they're holding in their universe. They could be into some dark stuff at home. You have no idea, where your mind could be at a higher frequency, and boom, things are working out in your favor, and they're just looking at it from a lower frequency. So when I say the Judgment card, Judgment is like you're breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses, and you're moving on beyond something. So look at the bigger picture. Source wants you to look at the bigger picture and from an expanded view. You may feel lucky, but I'm telling you, it's all energy. It's all energy. When you close out cycles in love and you allow yourself to feel whatever that pain is, you allow yourself to feel, but you're not, letting yourself get to such a low frequency that you're wishing the worst on a person, place, or thing. You move on and say, hey, if it's going to take me forever to heal from this, and I don't need to ever see that people, places, or things again, then I'm going to take my time, because I need to keep my vibrations high. Energetic clearing. That's it right there. So during crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. Sometimes you need to love people from afar. And I mean, sometimes you need to love people from afar, but sometimes you need to say, okay, they're outside of my universe, out of sight, out of mind. I don't have to think about them, pray for them, pray on them, nothing. That's outside of my universe. I'm moving on with my life. So pay attention. Here we have Sacred Waters, 35. Drunken by the swell of the sea, I can feel the blanket of her embrace, unafraid of the presence, releasing the cords. I call her in. I call her deeply within. That's right. That's right, Scorpios. Like I said, things are in your favor. You don't need to coexist with anybody that's, like I said before, that is almost, because we have this moon in Aries, and you and Aries actually share the ruling planet Mars, and your other ruling planet Pluto is retrograde. This is Pluto right here. You're too busy breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. You do not have time. You shouldn't even create space, Scorpio, for people who are hell-bent on being stubborn, and people who are trying to distract you from your will, your purpose here on earth. Not at all. Not at all. So get your rest. Get your rest. That's where the downloads are going to come in. Everybody here on earth has gifts and talents, and it's to serve mankind in some capacity. Anybody that's trying to take you away from that needs to go. Point blank and period. Point blank, period. They have to go out of here. So here we have, it is not fair to ask of others what you are not willing to do yourself. Eleanor Roosevelt. That's a quote there. That's right. Ask yourself, do I lead by example? The answer should be a resounding yes. Yes, I do lead by example. So if you are trying to distract me from my purpose here on earth, you have got to go. You've got to go. You may be kind enough to warn some people, like, okay, this is taking me out of my will. I already had some things set up before you even came into my life, and you're trying to distract that. I wouldn't do that to you. So I'm only going to tell you once. Or sometimes people will tell you, I don't believe in the same things you believe in. That's a pushback from the table. Okay, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not trying to have all that strife. We unequally yoked. You could be a great person. I already know what I am. That's what you're saying to yourself, Scorpio. I already know what kind of person I am. You could be a great person, but I need to move on. 555, I am optimistic. A major shift is about to come into your life, Scorpios, your life experience, and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. That is what I have for you all. Let me see if I have. Yeah, let's pull one last card and let's close it out. But yeah, like I said, things are in your favor. Keep on vibrating high. Patience, affirmations for patience. I am here in this present moment. I have all that I need. I lack nothing. Time is relative. Right now is all that matters. I wait with excitement. All good things come in due time. All is working for my highest good. That is what I have for you, Scorpios. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.